How Stevie Wonder settled his wildest legal dispute with Johanan Vigoda. What if I told you the boy banging on pots in a Detroit kitchen would one day rewrite the soundtrack of the 20th century? That a blind child prodigy would not only top the charts at 13, but also battle betrayal, heartbreak, and courtroom chaos with the same soul he poured into his music? How did Stevie Wonder go from gospel echoes to Grammy gold? Why did a trusted lawyer sneak a clause into his contract that haunted him beyond the grave? What secrets did a family member threaten to expose for millions? And why did Stevie choose silence over scandal? This isn't just a story about music. It's about vision without sight, trust without truth, and love without guarantees. From the explosive rise of fingertips to the quiet storm of legal battles and extortion attempts, Stevie Wonder's life is a masterclass in genius, grit, and groove. Before we dive deeper, don't forget to follow us, hit that subscribe button, and click the notification bell so you never miss a beat when we drop more jaw-dropping stories like this one. Stevlin Hardaway Judkins entered the world on May 13, 1950, in Saginaw, Michigan, with a voice destined for the heavens and eyes that would never see them. Blind from infancy due to retinopathy of prematurity, Stevie's world was sound. His mother, Lula Mae Hardaway, a gospel-singing powerhouse with nerves of steel, moved the family to Detroit, where Stevie's musical journey began, banging pots and pans like a one-man percussion parade. By age 8, he was performing in church and on street corners. His musical talent was so undeniable. By age 11, Stevie was signed to Motown Records as Little Stevie Wonder. His breakout hit, Fingertips P2, turned him into a national sensation. But behind the scenes, Motown's contracts were tighter than a snare drum. Stevie's earnings were locked away, and the fine print was written in a language only lawyers and devils understood. In 1963, Stevie released Fingertips P2, a live recording that became the first live single to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. At just 13 years old, he was the youngest artist ever to top the chart. The song's spontaneous energy, complete with audience call and response and Stevie's harmonica wizardry, made him a household name overnight. Stevie's formal education was limited. He attended the Michigan School for the Blind, where he learned Braille and received basic instruction. However, his rapid rise in the music industry meant that traditional schooling took a backseat to studio sessions and national tours. Despite this, Stevie became a voracious learner. He studied music theory, production techniques, and social issues independently. His albums in the 1970s, like Inner Visions and Songs in the Key of Life, reflected a deep intellectual and emotional maturity, tackling topics like racism, poverty, and spirituality. Stevie Wonder's early rise wasn't just about talent, it was about tenacity, curiosity, and a mother's unwavering belief. His lack of formal education didn't hinder his genius, it redirected it. As he once said, just because a man lacks the use of his eyes doesn't mean he lacks vision. Stevie Wonder's romantic life has been as dynamic as his discography. He's been married 3 times, each union reflecting a different phase of his life and career. First marriage. In 1970, Stevie married Syreeta Wright, a fellow Motown artist. Their creative chemistry was electric. They co-wrote hits like Signed, Sealed, Delivered. But the marriage fizzled by 1972, as their careers pulled them in different directions. Second marriage. In 2001, Stevie wed Kai Millard Morris, a fashion designer. They had 2 sons together, but by 2009, the marriage was unraveling. The divorce was finalized in 2012, with custody and financial arrangements settled through mediation. Stevie's touring schedule and Kai's business ambitions reportedly strained the relationship. Third marriage. In 2017, Stevie married Tamika Robin Bracey, bringing a sense of stability to his personal life. They had 2 children together, and the wedding was a star-studded affair. However, this new chapter also renewed scrutiny of his estate planning, especially given his 9 children from 5 different women. In the 1970s, Stevie launched his first business venture, a music publishing company. But the endeavor flopped due to mismanagement and lack of oversight. Stevie later admitted, "I knew music, not spreadsheets," a line that could be the chorus of every artist's financial lament. He rebounded by founding Wonder Productions, a company that handled his tours and recordings with far more success. This move gave him greater control over his brand and revenue, proving that even blind visionaries can learn to read the business room. Enter Johanan Vigoda, Stevie's lawyer and business manager for over 40 years. Vigoda was the man behind the curtain, negotiating deals and managing royalties. But after Vigoda's death in 2011, Stevie discovered a clause in their contract that entitled Vigoda's estate to royalties in perpetuity. Yes, forever, like a ghost haunting every dollar earned. In 2015, Stevie sued Susan Vigoda, Johanan's widow, claiming he was tricked into signing the clause. He alleged that Vigoda had him sign documents without explaining their contents, exploiting his blindness and trust. The lawsuit sought to terminate the royalty payments and recover millions. The case was settled in 2017 under undisclosed terms. Stevie's haunting quote, "I trusted him with my life's work. I didn't know I'd be paying for it after his death." It was a cautionary tale in contracts and trust, proof that even legends need lawyers who don't play jazz with the fine print. In 2025, Radar Online revealed that Stevie had faced a multi-million-dollar extortion attempt from a family member. The relative allegedly threatened to expose personal secrets unless paid off. The scandal sent shockwaves through the Wonder camp. Stevie never publicly named the individual. Why? Because naming them would have turned a private betrayal into a public circus. Instead, he chose silence and dignity. The extortion attempt was resolved quietly, but it exposed deep fractures in the family. His inner circle tightened like a Motown harmony. Stevie reportedly said, "Blood doesn't always mean loyalty. Sometimes it's just DNA," a line that hits harder than any bass drop. Stevie Wonder's trophy shelf is a gravitational hazard. 25 Grammy Awards, including a record-setting 3 consecutive Album of the Year wins, an Academy Award for I Just Called to Say I Love You, induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1989, Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2014, awarded by President Obama, who called him a musical genius who reshaped the American songbook. But behind the glitter was grit. Stevie's legal battles, especially the royalty dispute with his late lawyer Johanan Vigoda, taught him hard lessons about trust and contracts. He now advocates for artist rights, transparent legal documentation, and disability protections in business dealings. Stevie Wonder's life is a masterclass in reinvention. From heartbreak to harmony, from business blunders to boardroom victories, he's turned every misstep into a melody. His advocacy work ensures that future artists won't be blindsided, literally or figuratively. As Stevie once said, "Just because a man can't see, doesn't mean he can't see through you." Don't forget to follow us. Hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss a beat when we drop more jaw-dropping stories like this one. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.